What's up, everybody? Well, like I told you guys before, this episode is gonna be based on reptilians, okay? But before I get into the whole reptilian thingy topic, I gotta let you guys know where it originates from and who started all this. So, basically, it all started with the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki means those that came from heaven or from above. They arrived like 400,000 years ago. They came to this planet or to this crater to mine gold because they need gold for their planet because their planet is pretty much dying out. So, planet Nibiru, that's where they came from. So they come, mine the gold, and the gold has very powerful elements. Check it out. Gold is never 100% pure, ever. The purest gold is 9999 or 0.999. All right, so that extra 0.111 is this little pixie dust that is called ormus. The ormus is what the Egyptians and the people with knowledge used to use to make their lives longer so they could heal faster, even travel through different dimensions, because ormus is a very straightforward element. It goes straight through dimensions. When you want to go through different dimensions, you got to go around in loops. Well, with arms, you go straight. Okay? I'll make an episode just so I can let you guys know about that. But I don't want to kill you guys' time. So, the Anunnaki pretty much are the reptilians that created us. We're genetically modified because they didn't want to mine gold anymore. So, they created the human with the sperm of a Neanderthal and a egg of Anunnaki. So this was a process that they didn't get it on the first time. It took them a few times to get it, but they got it. They created us, and when they created the first man, they called them Adam, or Adam. Okay, and from the rib, supposedly, which was not how it happened because man and woman were created at the same time. But that's for another story. Anyways, when they created us, they pretty much kept all this written on the Sumerian tablets. So this is where the story comes from. The Sumerian tablets, all these religions pretty much started. They all have the basic foundation, which is we're created by God and we fell into temptation. Well, it did happen like that. What tempted us was the reptilian or the serpent, which you could call it the devil. That's what they call it in the King James Version, or in the Christian Catholics, they call the reptilian or the serpent, they call it the deceiver of man, because it had sex with Eve, and that's when his seed got implanted in what God had created us. So that's when it stained pretty much the bloodline, and that's where the reptilians pretty much come into effect. with their lives directly. So the reptilians, yes, they are real. They do exist. They are living in the subterraneans. So they're living in the hollow earth, and they're living amongst us because they are master shapeshifters. They have been in this planet way before us, pretty much to like the dinosaur era. Check this out. There's this theory that they're saying, or they believe that the dinosaurs are just reptilians going through these mutations, these drastic, these drastic ways that they change. Like for example, you go through transformations. Well, the transformations that they were going through were drastic. Also, the serpent's bloodline, the reptilian bloodline, starts from Cain, pretty much. Because Cain was the son of the devil, the son of the serpent, and you could see the serpent being involved in pretty much every single culture. They talk about it in over 500 cultures. So for 500 cultures to mention the serpents and the reptilians and all these ancient figurines with faces of serpents and body of a human, or the people that have bumped into the reptilians right now, they say that they look like walking crocodiles. They got scales and everything. And this is well noted, well dotted, because in the military they keep this information. So a few people, when they retire, a few top ranking officials, they talk and they let us know exactly what they look like, and that there's over 120 different species, how they walk, pretty much. Every time that they see them, that their knees are shaking while they're exploring around them, that their knees are always shaking. And there's people in Colombia, or in a lot of different places, but the most recent ones were in Colombia, where they say that the reptilians come to their little pueblos, their little town, and they don't just walk, they hop. So their hop, pretty much, you hear it when they're up and you hear it when they land. So they estimated that their hop is 25 feet. So yeah, just that itself would explain to you how more advanced they are. And other people that get into encounters with them, they say that they're wearing like metal suits with military boots. And in the Bible it also says that the Nephilim pretty much were the reptilians, the sons of God. So if you pay attention to the Bible and you see how the angels get described, is a trip. They got 4 heads and like 16 wings, and they're nothing like the angels that they paint on these cathedrals and everything. But if you want to keep on following, the different chapters, you could go look into the dragons. Okay, the dragons, and the Dracon, or the Draculas. That's pretty much the serpent seed, and you could tell because of their aggressiveness, their blood. They call it blue blood because they're high. blood is pretty much iron, right? And when it's inside your body, it's blue. But as soon as it touches, I mean, as soon